In the series of financial statement of not-for-profit organization, we are talking about the final accounts of NPOs, that is not-for-profit organization. In continuation with that, we are going to talk about some more important things in today's lecture. In the previous session, we already talked about the meaning of not-for-profit organization, what are the features of NPOs and what is the difference between profit organization and not-for-profit organization. We also talked about the final accounts which are prepared by NPO, that is receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, balance sheet. We also talk about the important items, treatment and meaning of some important items of NPO, that is subscription. This is the major income of NPOs, entrance fees, legacy, donations, life membership fees, honorarium, government grant, endowment fund, and the sale of fixed assets and investments. So, in continuation with that, we are in today's session, we are going to talk about how to prepare the receipt and payment account and how to prepare income and expenditure account when receipt and payment account along with the other information is given in the question. To begin with, let's take a quick review of the receipt and payment account, which we have already talked about in previous lecture. So, I already talked about this receipt and payment account in my previous lecture, that receipt and payment account, it is a real account. It is real account in nature and it is prepared on cash basis of accounting. This receipt and payment account, this is the summary of all the cash and bank transactions. So, this receipt and payment account is similar to the cash book which we have prepared earlier, and all the items, all receipts are shown on the debit side and all the payments are shown on the credit side. This receipt and payment account is prepared at the end of the accounting period and it begins with the opening balance of cash and bank, and if there is any bank OD, that is bank overdraft is given, that has to be shown on the credit side, because bank overdraft is a liability or any liability, then that liability is always have a credit balance. This receipt and payment account record all type of receipts irrespective of their nature. That means if this item is of capital nature or revenue nature, that has to be recorded in the receipt and payment account. For example, revenue items are, for example, if payment of any salaries is given in the question. So, this is the example of revenue nature items. Revenue nature items means all those items which are recurring in nature. Capital nature items are those items which are non-recurring in nature. For example, purchase of any asset. So, all the items, whether they are capital nature items or they are revenue nature items, are to be recorded in the receipt and payment account. The next thing is this receipt and payment account, this records all type of receipts and payments, whether they belong to the current year or they belong to the previous year or they belong to the next year. So, irrespective of the fact whether this receipts or payment belong to the current year or not, all the receipts and payments of any year are to be recorded in the receipt and payment account, because this receipt and payment account follows the rules. It is prepared on cash basis, which states any receipts or any payment which is done during the year, irrespective of the fact that belongs to the current year or not, has to be recorded in the receipt and payment account. This receipt and payment account, since it is prepared on cash basis, so it does not record non-cash items. So, it does not record non-cash items like depreciation, because depreciation is never, it is an expense which is never paid in cash, and the next non-cash item is bad debts. So, these two items are never recorded in receipt and payment account. By preparing the receipt and payment account, closing balance of cash and bank is calculated, which is shown on the credit side of this receipt and payment account, and if there is a debit balance, if any balance is appearing on the debit side of this receipt and payment account, then that is treated as a bank overdraft. Let's understand how to prepare this receipt and payment account with the help of example. From the following information, we have to prepare this receipt and payment account for the year ended December 2019. 31st December 2019. So this is the information, and from this information we have to prepare receipt and payment account. While preparing the receipt and payment account, we have to keep in mind the features of receipt and payment account. And the features of the receipt and payment accounts are: this account is prepared on cash basis, so all the receipts and payments which are done in cash are to be recorded here. All the receipts and payments which are either of a capital nature or of a revenue nature are to be recorded here. All the receipts and payments, whether they belong to the current year or they belong to the previous year or they belong to the next year, are to be recorded here. So in this information, the first item which is given here is the opening balance of cash, that is on 1st January 2019. Any balance which is given in the beginning of the year is known as a opening balance. So in this information, the opening balance of cash is given 1025. So while preparing the receipt and payment account, the opening balance of cash is shown on the debit side, on the receipt side of the receipt and payment account. The second item which is appearing here is subscription receive. Subscription receive is the major income of NPO. So this is the revenue nature item. So as I have just told you that all the items, whether they are of capital nature or revenue nature, are to be shown in the receipt and payment account. So the subscription receive, this is an income, this is a receipt, and this is to be shown on the debit side of the receipt and payment account, irrespective of the fact that the total subscription we have received here is 2050, out of which 40 belongs to the previous year, that is our previous year is 2018, current year is 2019, and the next year is 2020. So the total subscription, total income which we have received here is 2150, out of which 40 belongs to the previous year and 60 belongs to the next year. So the total income, which is 2150, will be shown in the receipt and payment account, because we record all type of receipts, whether they belong to the current year, previous year or next year. The next item is upkeep of fields, admission fees, receipts, salaries, drama expenses. So basically what we have to do while preparing this receipt and payment account, we have to segregate all the items. All the receipts, whether they are of capital nature or revenue nature, belongs to the current year, previous year or next year, will be shown on the receipt side. All the payments, whether they are capital payments or revenue payments, they belong to the current year, they belong to the previous year or next year, are to be shown on the payment side of the receipt and payment account. So let's understand this. So this is the receipts and payment account. So the first item which is appearing here is opening balance of cash, and this is depicted with the term to balance BD. BD means brought down. We have already talked about this. That is 1025. Total subscription is shown here 2150, which includes income of all the years, that is of previous year, current year or next year. The next item is admission fees received. This is the income. Life membership fees. We already talked about all these items in detail in our previous lecture, whether to what to treat all these items, whether they are of capital nature or revenue nature. But this doesn't matter while preparing the receipt and payment account, whether the item is capital nature or revenue nature. So basically what we have to see while preparing the receipt and payment account, all the items which are of any year and whether they are capital nature item or revenue nature items are to be shown on the receipt side of this receipt and payment account, or any payment, whether that is a capital payment or revenue payment, are to be shown on the credit side of this receipt and payment account. So admission fees received, life membership fees, donation, subscription for the tournament, sale of old newspaper, this is recurring nature item, sale of old bags, proceeds of the drama tickets, sale of old furniture, this is a capital receipt. Then interest on the investment, interest on tournament investment, fund investment, subscription receipt for the governance party. So there is no segregation like capital receipt and revenue receipts. All type of receipts are shown here. Similarly, all type of payments are shown on the payment side, that is upkeep of the fields, salaries, drama expenses, newspaper, books, all these are revenue nature items. And along with this, purchase of furniture, that is a capital nature item. So all type of items, whether they are capital nature item or revenue nature items, they are shown on the payment side of this account. At the end, the balancing figure, there is a shortage on the credit side. So the balancing figure is treated as closing balance of cash, and which is rupees 3,760 here. So the receipts and payment account, basically it is prepared in the same manner as we have prepared cash book. It is prepared on a cash basis. That means all type of receipts are all type of receipts and all type of payments are to be recorded here if they are received in cash. Non-cash items like depreciation and bad debts are not recorded here. All type of items, whether they are capital items or revenue items, whether they belong to the current year, previous year or next year, are recorded here. So this is the way we prepare receipt and payment account from the given information. Now let's come to the next point, that is preparation of income and expenditure account and along with the balance sheet out of when receipt and payment or trial balance or any other information is given. So basically, when in question receipt and payment account is given and we need to prepare income and expenditure account along with the balance sheet. In this situation, as we have already talked about this, how to prepare this receipt and payment account, and we know this fact that receipt and payment account is follow the rule, because this is a real account and this follows the rule cash basis, and all type of receipts which are received in cash and all type of payments which are paid in cash are to be recorded here. And when in question receipt and payment account is given and we have to prepare income and expenditure account, and the rule of the income and expenditure or features of income and expenditure which says that this income and expenditure account is nominal account in nature, and this follows the rule all type of revenue nature items are to be recorded in income and expenditure account, and all type of income or expenses which are pertaining to the current year only are to be recorded in income and expenditure account. So basically, what we have to see when the receipt and payment account is given in the question, and out of this that receipt and payment account, income and expenditure is needed to be prepared. So basically, receipt and payment account, this includes all type of items, capital, revenue nature, any year, whether it is related to the current year, previous year or next year, while income and expenditure account is prepared that records only revenue nature items and that records only those items which are of current year. So before attempting the question, what we have to do, we have to see the receipt and payment account. So all the items which are appearing on the debit side, that is receipt side of the receipt and payment account, we have to segregate them. So the first item which is appearing on the debit side of this receipt and payment account is opening balance of cash. So if any opening balance or closing balance is given, then that balances, whether it is an opening balance or closing balance, that has to be shown in the balance sheet only. The other item which is given on the receipt side of the receipt and payment account is subscription. This is an income and this item is of revenue nature. If any item which is of revenue nature, that has to be shown in income and expenditure account. If any item which is of capital nature, then that item is shown in the balance sheet. So simply what we have to do, this receipt and payment account is given and we have to prepare income and expenditure account along with the balance sheet. So out of this receipt and payment account, all revenue nature items are to be shown in income and expenditure account. All capital nature items are to be shown in the balance sheet. In income and expenditure account, we will show only revenue nature items and only those items which are of current year. So let's understand this entire process step by step. The first step to prepare the income and expenditure account from the given receipt and payment account. Consider the receipt side of receipt and payment account, and here the first item which appear in the receipt and payment account is opening balance of cash in hand and cash at bank. So the opening balances of any asset will be shown in the balance sheet. So this item will be shown in the opening balance sheet. Any item which is a closing balance, then that will be shown in the closing balance sheet. So in a very simple terms, opening balances will be shown in the opening balance sheet and the closing balances will be shown in the closing balance sheet. The next item which appears on the receipt side of the receipt and payment account is subscription. So subscription or any other income which is appearing on the receipt side of the receipt and payment account, if any income which is of previous year will be shown in the opening balance sheet, and if any income of the current year, if any income, that is any subscription or any rent which is related to the current year, so this income is related to the current year, any income which is related to the current year will be shown on the income side of income and expenditure account. Any receipts which is relating to the next year, means income received in advance, then this income will be shown on the liability side of the closing balance sheet. So there are three things. Any income which is related to the current year will be shown in the income and expenditure account. Any income which is related to the next year will be shown in the closing balance sheet, or any income which is related to the previous year, that is income due but not received, that will be shown in the opening balance sheet. The next thing is capital receipts. As we know, all type of receipts are shown in the receipt and payment account. So we already talk about the revenue receipts. Now the capital receipts. So capital receipts of the current year will be shown on the liability side of the closing balance sheet, because all type of capital receipts are shown in the balance sheet. The next one is sale of fixed assets or investment. If there is any sale of fixed asset or investment is given in the receipt and payment account, in that case only if there is a profit or loss on that asset or investment, that is shown in the income and expenditure account. Let's take an example. The value of an asset is 20,000 and this asset is sold for rupees 18,000. So there is a loss on sale and that is rupees 2,000. So only that part, that is loss on sale, will be shown in the income and expenditure account. The next step is to consider the credit side, that is payment side of the receipt and payment account. So if on the credit side, on the payment side, the first item generally which appears on the credit side is the opening balance of bank OD, that is bank overdraft. So it is a liability, and if it is a liability and it has an opening balance, and then all the liabilities are shown in the opening balance sheet. Since it has an opening balance, so it will be shown in the opening balance sheet. The next item, if payment of any previous year, then this will be shown in the opening balance sheet. Any previous year outstanding liability, then this will be shown in the opening balance sheet. Cash in hand and cash at bank at the end should be shown on the asset side of the closing balance sheet. Revenue payments for the current year. We know revenue payments are shown in the income and expenditure account. So all type of revenue payments and only those revenue payments which are of the current year will be shown in the income and expenditure account. Capital payments like purchase of asset or purchase of investments or any other thing. So capital payments are to be shown in the balance sheet. And which balance sheet? We have to prepare two balance sheets. One is opening balance sheet and one is closing balance sheet. So if any capital payment is given in the receipt and payment account, then that has to be shown in the closing balance sheet. Any payment relating to the next year, then that has to be shown in the closing balance sheet. The third step is to find out the difference between assets and liabilities in the opening balance sheet, which is known as a capital fund. The third step is to find out the capital fund, and this capital fund will be transferred to the closing balance sheet. So how to prepare opening balance sheets? All opening balances are to be shown on the asset side of this balance sheet, and all the liabilities are to be shown on the liabilities. Opening balances of the liabilities are to be shown on the liability side of this balance sheet. So in additional information, generally it is given that opening balance of subscription or outstanding prepaid expenses. So in additional information, all the balances are given, assets and liabilities. So by putting all assets and liabilities, we can find out the this capital fund, and this capital fund is calculated the total of assets minus liabilities. So liabilities, for example, here in this opening balance sheet are given bank overdraft and outstanding expenses, advance subscription. If we deduct total these liabilities out of these total assets, then we will be able to calculate capital fund. This is the balancing figure, and this capital fund will be shown in the closing balance sheet. The next step is balancing of income and expenditure account. The purpose of income expenditure account is to calculate the profit or loss. Basically, this income and expenditure account is similar to profit and loss account. But when we are talking about the not-for-profit organization, their purpose is not to calculate, not to earn profit. So if there is a difference on the debit side or credit side of this income and expenditure account, then that term, that balancing figure, is known as surplus or deficit. If there is a debit balance, that is known as surplus, not profit, as we have done in the final accounts of non-corporate entities. And if there is a credit balance, then that is known as with the term deficit. So either of these two will be there, either surplus or deficit. If there is a debit balance, then that will be known as a surplus, and if there is a credit balance, then that will be known as a deficit. If surplus is there, then that has to be added to the capital fund, which will be shown in the closing balance sheet. And if there is a deficit means basically loss, and if there is a deficit, that has to be deducted from the capital fund in the closing balance sheet. The final step is closing of the balance sheet. We have to prepare income and expenditure account, opening balance sheet and closing balance sheet. So income and expenditure account depicts surplus or a deficit, and after the completion of income and expenditure account, we need to balance the closing balance sheet as well. So this is the format of income and expenditure account. This income and expenditure account is nominal account in nature, and the rule of nominal account states debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains. And because of that reason, all the expenses and losses are to be shown on the debit side, and all the incomes and gains are to be shown on the credit side. Another feature of income and expenditure account is that it records only revenue nature items. Revenue nature items, all those items which are recurring in nature, are to be recorded here. Another feature of income and expenditure account says that it records only those items which are related to the current year only. Basically, this is prepared on an accrual basis. So which states, so all those items, all those expenditures and income which belongs to the current year will be shown in the current year only. If any income or any expenditure which is related to the previous year or next year are not to be recorded here. Only those items which are related to the current year are to be recorded here. So by preparing income and expenditure account, the surplus is calculated if credit side exceed debit side. For example, the total of the credit side is 20,000 and the total of the debit side is 15,000. So there is a shortage of 5,000, and this 5,000 balancing figure will be known as surplus. This is excess of income over expenditure. And if there is a balancing figure on the credit side, your expenditure exceed the income. In that case, there is a deficit, and either these of two will be there, either surplus or deficit. If surplus is there, then that is added to the capital fund, and this will be shown in the balance sheet. If deficit is there, then that has to be deducted from the capital fund, and this will be shown in the balance sheet. So the next is opening balance sheet. How opening balance sheet, we have already discussed about this opening balance sheet, how it is prepared. And the third is closing balance sheet. We already talked about how to prepare the closing balance sheet in our previous lecture. Let's have a look at this closing balance sheet once again. On the liability side, capital fund is there, and in this capital fund, if surplus is there, that has to be added here. If deficit is there, from the income and expenditure account, that has to be deducted. The other items like capital nature items like entrance fees or any other life membership fees are there, that has to be shown on the liability side. If any other fund like building fund or sports funds are given, that has to be shown on the liability side, and current liabilities also. On the asset side, all type of fixed assets and current assets are shown. So, in our upcoming lecture, we are going to talk about how to prepare this income and expenditure account with the help of one example. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.